Hey, what's going on, guys? So I wanted to make this video for you guys about the Bathmate because these videos are super popular. And by the way, what this channel is going to be about is this channel is going to be about a way for you guys to really max out your physical appearance, your personal appearance, like the way that you relate to other people. It really comes down to, in a lot of ways, the way that you present yourself. So, the dick size stuff. This is a big issue for a lot of guys in terms of their self-esteem when it comes to closing women, because there's a lot of guys who, they watch a lot of porn and basically they see the freak dicks in the porn and they're like, oh shit, my dick isn't a freak dick, or some girl makes a comment, or they themselves just don't necessarily feel like they measure up or whatever. There's a lot of guys that feel like that. So it is important, not to mention the positive benefits of you doing this, the psychological benefits. I'm not here to sell you on it. I'm here just to tell you about, what makes this so awesome and what this channel is about. So let's just get right started to it really quickly. So a lot of guys, they ask me, they've asked me in my groups, they've asked me throughout the years, like, what's the fastest way to make progress in PE? What should I do first? Should I do stretching? Should I do jelqing? Should I get an extender? Should I get a Bathmate? Most of the time what I tell people is start with a Bathmate, because Bathmate, what this does is you're going to get the quick progress. You're going to get the temporary boost in size. You're going to see literally after you use it for a period of time, you're going to get what's known as a temporary pump. Your dick's going to be temporarily inflated. So you're going to literally see your dick bigger than it was before, versus stretching, jelqing, all that stuff. You don't necessarily see the results necessarily right then and there. It takes a little bit of time for you to see those results. Whereas with the Bathmate, you see it immediately. Now let's get into the program. I've written guides about this stuff, and I'm going to be releasing an ebook, probably make a new website based upon Maxed Out and what this channel is all about. But the program essentially around the Bathmate. You have to condition yourself to use it, because doing PE, male enhancement, it's sort of like the same thing as going to the gym. It's exactly the same thing. You're stretching, you're pulling on your dick, you're jelqing your dick, and you're pumping your dick. You're doing those three things. You're doing different exercises to it, and over time you're going to build up the intensity. You're not necessarily going to stay. It's the same thing as in the gym. Like if you're bench pressing, you're going to start with a light weight, and then eventually, as your chest gets bigger, your triceps get bigger, your front delts get bigger, everything gets bigger and more strong, your tendons get stronger. You're going to want to increase the weight, increase the intensity, increase the reps, and the same thing is true for your dick. So with the Bathmate though, or the any of the other fucking things you could use, the Bathmate, or the what do you call it? There's another pump that's really popular, but Bathmate is the one I recommend. Excuse me. What you're going to want to do is, first thing, you're going to start with using it with a flaccid. Now, one quick tip about using the Bathmate: a lot of guys fuck up this aspect of using the Bathmate because they just don't, they're like, oh, it doesn't work, it fell off. You have to shave your pubes and you have to shave those pubes, and basically, because the Bathmate, the way it works is through pressure. So you have this fucking ring around your dick, and in order for it to have pressure, it has to be skin on skin. It has to be the rubber of the Bathmate against your skin. If you have pubic hair in the way, that's going to interfere. So what you're going to want to do, instead of having the pubic hair get in the way, is you're going to have to shave your fucking pubes. And that is the first thing. The next thing would be, you're going to fill it with warm water and you're going to put your fucking dick in it. You start out low. You start just using it with a flaccid for like 5 minutes, once every 1 or maybe 2 days, and then you will move up, you will progress, you will begin to do more sessions, and then the sessions will get longer. The next step in the progression is to begin to use it with a semi-erection. Use it with a semi-erection for a small period of time. You're going to start to notice that as you use it with a semi-erection, and then ultimately work up to an erection within the Bathmate, you're going to begin to notice that, holy shit, like that really expanded my dick, and it really made it quite a bit bigger. it's very dramatic. It's a very dramatic thing. And as you use it and you increase the sessions, the great thing about the Bathmate to me that makes it a lot more fun to do in terms of like training your dick than any other aspect of male enhancement is just the quick. Number one, it's a tool. It's not something you have to use your hands for. It's just you put it on, boom, it's done. And number two, the immediate gratification of taking it off and seeing your dick bigger than it was before. It's like, oh, this is great. Versus if you utilize, stretching or jelqing or anything like that, it's a much slower process. Like it really is. It requires a lot of discipline, a lot of focus, a lot of time investment. You have to sit there and do it. And then, the extender, all these things are really important and they work, but the Bathmate is definitely the most fun and it gives you the most, insane rewards out of any of them. If you use the Bathmate for about a month, you could probably realistically work your way up to at least using it with a semi-erection, 10 minutes or so. Use it for 2 months, you can definitely work your way up to using it with a full erection. If you do that for months at a time, you're gonna have a lot of results that really actually put you ahead of where most guys are at in terms of girth at very least. It's a very cool thing, and it allows you to be, it allows you to confidently know that, hey, no matter what, I'm going to be like the top 10% of guys in terms of size, girth wise, that she's ever fucked in her life. So that's pretty cool. And it's a nice experience for you. Mainly do it for you. Don't do it for her. You're going to do it ultimately for your own experience of the sex that you're going to have. It's a very different experience, going from having like an average girth size to having, somebody who's trained, work themselves up to using the Bathmate with an erection for 6 months, let's say. Very different experience of sex, very different reaction the girls have, very different, feeling for her. You just give her you really stretch her out a lot more than you would with, an average girth size. It's very, very dramatic, very cool experience. I very, very much recommend it to most guys. Most dudes have never experienced that unless they were just born with a naturally really big dick, really girthy fucking dick. To me, it was like a really awesome experience and a really awesome part of thing. When girls start like telling each other about like your dick and they text them like, oh man, like, yeah, I can't wait to go see Brad. I can't wait to go fuck him. He's got the fucking big dick. Or they're talking about, the partners that they're with. And they're like, yeah, he's got a small dick. And then she'll text you, be like, oh, I'm so glad about your dick or whatever the fuck. I can't wait to do it. Or they're like, it's like my wrist. Oh, my God. Just shit like that. I'm just like, this is hilarious. It's awesome. It just adds to my experience. And it's a fun thing I do. Plus I value, maxing out. And that's what this channel is about, right? You want to be maxed out. You want to be maxed out on your physical capabilities. You want to be maxed out on your physical appearance. You want to max out your finances. You want to max out every area of your life. And if you do that, you're going to have a much better quality of life than somebody that just stays average. You just stay average. You're just like a real person. You don't really put, effort into your self-improvement. You're not going to have the same quality of life as somebody who improves their finances, improves their career, improves, their body, improves the way they dress and present themselves, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what this channel is about. There's going to be a lot of info on here for now about male enhancement because there's been just so many questions about it. And that's about it, guys. If you're interested in buying a Bathmate, there's a link down below. It is an affiliate link. All my other channels that I put out a ton of information on this in the past. They got taken down, but turns out there was a lot of interest in it, so I figured I'd make it again.